Good morning.
Good morning.
I do have to mention that as I was putting my thoughts together and I got them down on the paper, that I rewrote this thing several times. And I was concerned that I might leave something out. So I did ask my wife, Susie, at the very last minute to sort of take a look at it, proofread it. And I asked her, just make sure that I don't leave anything important out. So here's my CHPC story. When my amazing, beautiful, intelligent, young wife Susan Jane Mokarski and I joined CHBC family 15 years ago, it didn't take long before we were invited to join an in-home Bible study group. We not only grew in faith, but we also developed a lasting friendship with so many that we still hold dear to our hearts today. Next, our newest friends, Dan and Paula Stowe, who were also in the study group, asked us to consider joining the fellowship committee, or as we all fondly know it, the party committee. We joined and enjoyed. What a fun group that was to serve with. After a few years, I was asked to replace Bruce Kidd as fellowship elder. As intimidating a task that was, in my mind, Bruce and the committee members made that transition an easy one. I remember my first moment for mission, when I needed to speak to the congregation about upcoming events and thought perhaps many of you may not really know who I was just yet. So I attempted to introduce myself as George Clooney. I don't know why, but to this day, I still can't understand why that was so difficult to understand or believe. The fellowship committee provided many opportunities for us to meet new people and gain new friends. There were, of course, a few embarrassing moments along the way. Like when Tom Yazger and I dressed in tutus and sang a dancing duet, I'm a Little Teapot. This was, of course, to promote the Feminine Affair, our special women's luncheon. And when I played sidekick to Carmen Miranda, AKA the Chiquita Banana Gal, or more commonly known as my wife, to promote a fundraising event. Embarrassing? Yep. Would I do it again? Probably. Both Susie and I have taken part in Mexico mission trips, which is an eye-opening and rewarding experience. If you haven't been on one of these trips, you should consider participating. You won't regret or forget it. Plus, the tacos across the way from the compound, yum. I've also had the pleasure of serving on both the building and the worship and music committees, which have not only provided insight on what it takes to keep this church looking good physically inside and out, but also spiritually as well. What a blessing it was to be a part of these committees. Now, over the years, I've gained a few nicknames. As many of you know, I work for Nestle, and with the water connection I have, we've been able to help with the water needs for the Mexico mission, hence the name Water Boy. Of course, the nickname Candyman was given to me because of all the candy that Nestle has so generously donated for our events, including Trunk or Treat and the Easter festivities. My favorite nickname was given to me by Joel Oakford, the Velvet Fog. I do question if this one is really well-deserved. However, I like it best because it reminds me of what I love most about this church. That is our music programs. Susie and I have enjoyed being part of the chancel choir family for many years. It has provided us so much joy and support in our lives. Despite being reticent, I have managed to get up and sing a few solos. Not all of them, though, have gone as planned. Some of you may remember when I took creative liberties and rewrote the lyrics to the beloved Christmas classic, Do You Hear What I Hear? Yes. And instead sang in the and instead sang in the key of Bing, "Do you know what I hear?" Actually, it's "Do you hear what I know?" And I kept flipping that back and forth. I've also had the pleasure of singing with the incredibly talented Godsend. We are truly blessed with a variety of musical programs available here for all to enjoy. There are so many volunteer opportunities where we may share our skills and talents, continuing to reach out and grow through God's Word and in the hearts of those in our communities and abroad. And now for the plug. If you are interested in joining any of the committees or groups, chancel choir, please let us know. There is a lot of truth in this saying, the gift is in the giving. Volunteering your time and sharing your skills and talents will truly bless your lives, just as it has Susie's and mine. Thank you.